Aloha, and welcome to DIY Mini Beach Scene. And today, I'm going to teach you how to make a mini beach scene for your home or office. It uses mostly materials that you can find at home or easily in craft stores. Let's get started. Before you get started, these are the supplies that you'll need: craft sticks or small popsicle sticks, a ruler, a pencil or a pen, scissors. Cardboard scissors are preferable, but regular craft scissors are fine too. A hot glue gun and some hot glue sticks. Fabric, patterned paper, or even washi tape. Sand, school glue or other simple white glue, cornstarch, a mini glass bottle, twine, cocktail umbrella or cocktail coconut tree, and lastly, a glass vase bowl. I used a glass vase bowl with a 7-inch diameter, 6-inch diameter opening, and a 3.5-inch height, but you can use whatever size you like. To start with, you'll need craft sticks or popsicle sticks as shown here. The first thing we're going to do is measure them to 3 inches. So grab a ruler and a pencil or a pen. Now you can find these at craft stores or you may even have them at home. So go ahead and grab your pen. Measure them out to 3 inches and mark 4 of them at that point. After you've got all of them measured, do yourself a favor and write 3 to measure 3 inches on all 4 of your craft sticks. This is optional, of course, but it does make it a little bit easier when you've got everything cut down and ready to glue. Now, take 2 more craft sticks, and with one of them, you're going to take your pen and ruler and mark 2 inches on each end of your craft stick. Then go ahead and label them with the number 2, just as you did the 3-inch long craft sticks. Now, take your other remaining craft stick and measure 2 inches and 1/8 inch along each end and mark them. Now, when you are labeling these, I just wrote 2+ because I didn't feel like writing 2 1/8, but you can label it however you like. Again, this just makes it easier once you're ready to glue everything together. Great! Now that you've got all of your craft sticks measured, it's time to cut them. What I have with me are cardboard scissors, but any scissors will do fine. Hold them steady in your hand and cut them straight across at the mark. Great! Now that you have all of your craft sticks cut down to size, take a pen and draw a little circle close to the end of each one. This will help you when you are going to put the hot glue on the ends. It's really just a great marker and helps you make sure that you're gluing where you want to. Now that you have your marks drawn on each of your craft sticks, take your hot glue gun and place a dollop of glue on each of the dots at the end of one of your 3-inch long craft sticks. Now, take your 2 2-inch long craft sticks and place them on the dollop of glue at the end. Make sure that the number that you wrote to identify the craft stick is facing inward. This will help when it dries so that the sides that you've marked on don't show. Make sure that as they dry perpendicular to the 3-inch long craft stick. Now, put more dollops of glue on the marks of another 3-inch long craft stick and place it on the other end of the 2-inch long craft sticks currently glued to the first 3-inch long craft stick. Again, making sure that everything is perpendicular and pretty solid. Just as with the first one, you're going to want to make sure that the numbers that you have written are facing inward so that they don't show. Now do the same steps for the other 3-inch long craft sticks and 2 1/8 inch wide craft sticks. Now, place your smaller rectangle within the larger rectangle to mimic the appearance of a beach chair. Next, take some hot glue and put just a little bit in between. It might get a little messy, but that's okay because the mess should be on the inside. You're basically going to make a bridge over top of the interior 3-inch long craft stick. This will help keep it in place. And again, if you make a bit of a mess, it's okay because it will all be covered up by the seat portion of the beach chair. Now be careful when you're doing this because you might end up gluing yourself, as I have done many, many times. Now, take some fabric, washi tape, craft paper, or some other material that you've already pre-cut to match your dimensions and line it up with your mini beach chair. Make sure that you have enough material to cover both the front and a good portion of the back. Now bend it over one of the sides and using the hot glue gun, glue just enough of the paper to keep it sticking to itself. Alternatively, you can also glue the cardboard sides of your craft sticks. This does take a little bit more glue and a little bit more pressing down, so it's possible that you could potentially hurt yourself with this method, but it is another way that you can affix your paper or fabric or washi tape to your craft sticks. Now remember, when doing this, just to be careful because you don't want to burn yourself. Now you've got your mini beach chair, but no beach. Well, we're getting there. Hang on. Now it's time to do your message in a bottle. Start with a craft jar that you can find at any craft store, as well as some string. You'll also need some paper to write your secret message on. I used some extra paper from the beach chair, but you can use anything you like. Take a pen and write a secret message to yourself or a loved one, like chill out on your own beach. Now what you need to do is roll up your piece of paper like so. Next, take your string and wrap it around your message. You might not need as much string as I used, as I went a little overboard. Now, tie a knot around it to keep it secure. Next, take your jar and uncork the lid. Place your message in the bottle, like so, and put the lid back on your bottle. We'll come back to this later. All right, now you're going to make your modeling sand. To start, you will need 1 cup of sand. You will also need a 1/2 cup to 1 cup of cornstarch. I started with a 1/2 cup to start. You'll also need 1/2 to 1 cup of Elmer's or other simple school glue. You don't have to be very exact with the amount, and you can always add more. So pour it all together, and then after you've done that, it is time to mix it. If you notice that the mixture is too clumpy or dry, you can always add more glue, a 1/2 cup at a time. I ended up using about 1.5 cups of Elmer's glue. And as you start, you'll find that the mixture is pretty clumpy, but as you go forward, you should end up with a mixture that moves kind of like a dough. Now you'll need a glass vase. I used a glass vase bowl with a 7-inch diameter, 6-inch diameter opening, and a 3.5-inch height, but feel free to use whatever height you want. Now you are going to pour the sand mixture into your decorative vase glass bowl. It is going to move a little slowly, but once it's all in there, it should dry flat. Now that you've got all of your modeling clay in your glass vase, it's time to set the scene. Take your mini beach chair, now dry and ready to go. Find a nice spot for it and set it down in the sand. Sink it into the sand just a bit to keep it nice and firm. Next, you're going to take some colorful rocks, if you have them, or any other decorative items that you might want to include in the beach, and just set them around as you like it. Now you're going to take your message in a bottle and place it in the sand wherever you like it. Keep in mind that if you put it straight up and down, it will start to turn and sink. So just be aware that where you put it may not be where it ends up. But look at that, isn't that nice? Lastly, you will need a palm tree. You can find these at craft stores as well as online. You can also, of course, use a cocktail umbrella that you can find at craft stores or even grocery stores. All you need to do is gently open it up, set it in place with the little rubber band that usually comes with it, and place it into the sand. Now, as you can see, it does not want to stand up on its own. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some plastic cups or something else to help keep it in place. So because of that reason, as you're letting it dry, you may want to keep it relatively close to the edge of your vase. Lastly, you can always add more decorative rocks and seashells if you have them. Just drop them wherever. They will sink on their own, and when it all dries, it will look quite nice. Now that you've got all of that done, let it dry. You'll need to let it dry for at least 24 hours, but 48 hours is even better. You can also add some washi tape around the rim to give it a nice, fun look.